need to share the game plan for this year. I'm gonna have an amazing 2025, shocking the world. Like, what? When did this happen? As I've gotten older, for some reason, something just went off and now I just do not care. This is a new year. This is a new me. I don't know who this is, but I'm loving it. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hi, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm presenting to you guys a little girl talk. For this new year, 2025, I've vowed to myself that I'm going to have a great year this year. I'm gonna have an amazing 2025. I'm gonna go for everything that I want. I'm giving myself all this pep talk, all this good advice and gems. But I was like, I need to share these gems. I need to share the game plan for this year with you guys. So with that being said, I'm sharing with you guys how we're going to succeed this year of 2025. I have my handy dandy phone here of all of the gems and the points that I want to address and go over. The first thing we're gonna cover is sharing less and proving more. I know there's like this superstition that if you share things before it happens, it doesn't happen. Some part of me believe that. I've had instances where I've shared too much things and then they didn't happen because I've either gotten too much in my head, or I've talked myself out of it, or I just became lazy and I just didn't want to do it. And then on the other half of me, I strongly believe that whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. With me being a strong believer in Christ, I believe his will be done. Regardless if you may have shared too much with somebody, if it's meant to happen for you, then it's going to happen regardless of your superstition or whatever you believe. Whatever is meant for you will be. I want to also say less this year because I have a tendency of oversharing a little bit too much, especially, when you're having a good conversation with somebody, you guys just, talk deep and like you just feel comfortable to share things. You just don't want to share too much, especially things that are, precious to you, really want to protect, and you want to just pop out with it before, speaking on it. That's definitely something that I'm going to implement into this year of shocking the world. Like, what? When did this happen? And that's the point. You weren't supposed to know. Next topic is we're saying no. Like, no, that's my answer. People want to be like, why? No is a valid answer. I gave you an answer. No is no. I don't want to do it. People want to make you feel bad about not wanting to do things. You're the one asking me to do it. Why don't you do it? People are putting pressure on you to do things, trying to make you feel bad if you say no, and you have that pressure on you to say yes because you're worrying so much about what other people think, about people not liking you, people having their opinions on you. The only being whose opinion matters is God. That's the only person I'm living for. What is this person gonna do? If you want to say yes to things that you don't want to do, you're left and stuck with those consequences, because you're the one who has to deal with those decisions and those consequences. Thus is why those people are coming to you to deal with something they don't want to do. They're coming to you because they know you'll say yes and they can get out of whatever they don't want to do. So now you're left with the consequences, the problem. Say no. I'm hoping it hits home for you, a lot of you guys, but it also, I need to hear it because I said yes or let a lot of things slide last year that now I'm left with things that do not make me happy. I was left with things that stressed me out because I didn't want to do it. I did not like it. I realized that this isn't me. This isn't what I want to do. And I'm the one who has to be miserable and being like, man, I don't want to do this. All you have to do is say no. You can say no respectfully. You can say, no, thank you. Because that person asking you to do that thing don't feel no type of way about asking you to do it. So match that energy. Picking back off of saying no, the next topic is doing only what makes you happy and comfortable. I've said yes to a lot of things and let a lot of things slide the past year that dealing with it, I was unhappy with it. I was most definitely uncomfortable with it, and I suffered with anxiety and just a whole lot of stress. When it comes to your well-being, you can't pour it into others when your cup isn't filled itself. Your health isn't where it needs to be. You're under a lot of stress. Your cortisol is high. You know what I mean? It shows in your weight, it shows in your mood, it shows in your sleep, it shows in your face, in your mentality. So how are you supposed to keep giving and giving to others when you don't have anything to give? And that's something that I definitely need to implement and be strong on this year that I'm only doing what makes me happy and comfortable. For example, if it's that job, your heart rate should not be in pounding knowing you gotta go to work. You shouldn't be feeling anxious, stressed every time you go to work. Baby, that job is not for you. You need to leave. And I know that it's not that easy for people. It's not easy to get a job as of right now. But with my God, He gonna provide. All God is asking you to do is have faith. Take that leap of faith and God will provide. He just wants you to take that step to finally realize this thing that's causing you stress is no longer benefiting you. It's no longer doing its job. God moved on from it, so you need to move on from it too. This is why you're going through confusion, you're going through anxiety, you're going through stress, because it's done its purpose. Now you need to leave, but you can't because you're scared. But for what? If you have that much faith that you said you do in God, then prove it, have it. And at the same time, you know, they say when you're too comfortable, you're not able to grow. But that's also the thing. You're uncomfortable with the fact of moving on from that job or moving on with that situation because you're scared. Well, that's what God wants you to be. Blessings and great things can't happen if you're comfortable. God needs to shake you up a little bit. He needs to shake your life up a little bit in order to bless you with the next thing. God doesn't want to do everything for you. You need to meet Him halfway. He wants to give you this, but He needs to see that you're willing, you're able, and that you trust in Him. So you need to therefore let go of that thing and do your part and move on so you can open room for what He wants to provide you. That's definitely not only a word for you, but a word for me. In relation to that, the next topic is in fact strengthening and maintaining my relationship with God. 2024 was such a mentally and physically draining year. I'm grateful for that year because it led me closer to God. It grew my relationship with God even stronger. It made me lean on Him, literally dead weight on Him. With all the things that I faced, I literally ran to God. I went to God for everything. I cried to Him. He got me through that whole entire year. And I could not do it because if I did, I would have not made it this far in my career. I wouldn't have made it this far in my maturity, mentality, my overall well-being if it wasn't for Him. And even if you may not have a relationship with God, I hope that you guys, find your way to Him. Moving on to the next topic, going for everything that I want. It's a lot of goals, it's a lot of things that we want to accomplish, but what's stopping you? You're scared of what your peers may think. You're scared of making yourself look like a fool. You're just scared. But as I've gotten older, for some reason, something just went off and now I just do not care. And there's so much things that I want to do, and there were so much things that I wanted to do when I was young that I don't want to make little me disappointed. You know what I mean? When I was young, and I'm sure when you guys were young, you guys had goals and aspirations to become this person, to do this thing, but you haven't done it yet. You kind of disappointed your young self, and I don't want to think of myself of doing that. Like, I'm getting older and older, and how come I haven't done that yet? Because I'm scared. Scared for what? I'm seeing everybody else on social media everywhere achieving their goals, going for their dreams. I've come to the point where I'm like, fear, if you don't get out of here, I have control over you. This is my life. I'm the one who has to live this life. I'm the one who has to live with these decisions. So why don't I start living my life and making decisions that make me happy and doing what I want to do? This life is nobody else but yours. Why does Nancy, John, and Sally have so much say and power and control over you? They're not paying your bills. They're not feeding you. They're not making sure you're happy. This also leads into the next topic, which is having no regrets. I don't want to get older and regret anything. I don't want to be 50 years old, 60 years old and be like, man, I wish I would have done that. Well, how come you didn't? Well, because I was scared about what other people may think. Okay, you're scared about what other people may think, but at the same time, those other people are living their life. They're doing what they want to do. They're accomplishing what they want to accomplish, but you're stuck here because you're worrying about them. I'm going after everything that I want to achieve, that I want to do. I may not succeed in a lot of them, but at least I try. But then at the same time, you also have to put in that hard work. You cannot get discouraged because you don't see results. For example, there's tons of YouTubers who've been doing YouTube for years and they only just got their YouTube career kicked off. Like, success does not happen overnight. Whatever you want to do is something that is true to your heart, that is your passion. Whatever you may face, whatever L's you may take is not going to discourage you from continuing to achieve that goal, because you know that you can achieve it. Just how you got influenced and encouraged to do it by seeing this person do it, it is because it is attainable. You're not the first person to do it, and you will not be the last, which means you can do it. But you just have to stay focused. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have faith in God. You just have to have God in the center of everything, because with God, you can literally achieve anything. So with all that being said, we are going for everything we want this year, because baby, this is a new year. This is a new me, literally. Like, my mind has literally shifted. I don't know who this is, but I'm loving it. I hope you guys took a lot from this video. I literally asked God to speak through me, to use me as a vessel, to give you guys a word, because I honestly did not know how I was going to present all this information to you, or what exactly I wanted to say. I knew the topics I wanted to hit, but I didn't know how I was going to share all of this information. But God, he used me as a vessel, and everything that came in me was from nobody but him, which means everything that I just shared with you guys was something that he really wanted you guys to receive. I hope that this information was of much help to you guys, and that it motivated you, is inspiring you to be hopeful, expectant, and excited for this 2025. That was my little spiel. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos like this, and also beauty, lifestyle, fashion. That is it. That is all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next YouTube video.